What is up, guys? Paradoxial here. Welcome back to a brand new video, everybody. This is part 25 of our making a Discord bot in Python series. And in today's video, we are going to be making a simple calculator command for our Discord bot. Now, what this calculator command will be able to do is it will be able to solve any mathematical expression using simple arithmetic and some functions such as sine, cosine, etc. Now, before I get into the video, I do want to apologize because this is actually a re-recording and re-upload of the other video I have taken off of YouTube a few nights ago. Now, the reason why I've done this is because in that video, with the code I provided, it actually brought a lot of risks into the command, and a lot of those risks could be very dangerous towards your bots or even its own files, and I didn't want that. Because, well, it's pretty self-explanatory. We don't want risks with our code. We want it to be as protected as possible. So I decided to remove that video off of YouTube because I didn't want you guys to use that code and end up living with those risks unknowingly. And I also apologize for providing that code because I didn't even know the risks that came with it. But anyways, in this video, the method I'm going to show you is 100% safe. I have had it confirmed by not only my own code, but also by other people who have tested it out as well. So this is 100% safe. You should have no problems with it. And yeah, again, I am deeply sorry about all of this. I didn't want this to happen. But anyways, I have got it fixed now, and I'm going to show you the 100% safe method of this command. Now, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get to coding. Now, we don't need to do anything in our main file today, so we're just going to leave that alone and then go to our cogs file here. Of course, you don't have to do this in a cog, but for me, I just like doing most of my tutorials in cogs. But anyways, I'm going to make a regular prefix command, and to do that, it is going to be commands.command, like that. That is the decorator we are going to be using. Now, if you want to make this a slash command, you can. The only difference is you need to use interaction instead of context, and you also need to use app commands.command. Sorry, guys, instead of just commands.command. But anyways, we're going to add some aliases to this command because the function's name is going to be pretty long, and I don't really like long commands, so I'm going to give it some shorter aliases such as calc and solve. And after that, we can make our function like normal, so async def calculate. And then I'm going to pass in self since we are working in a cog and class. And I'm going to pass in context because it's a regular command. I'm going to pass in asterisk to symbolize a space for a new argument. And then I'm going to provide an expression as a needed argument. And it's going to be taken in as a string. And then we can go ahead and indent. And I'm going to write pass in here for now, because I actually need to import two things that will need to be pip installed for this cog. Now, the two things I'm going to install onto my path are NumPy and numXpr. Both are math libraries, and we will be needing them for this calculator command. So to install them, go ahead and click the Windows plus the R key on your keyboard and then type in CMD and then press OK or enter. After that, we need to install NumPy by typing in pip install NumPy, NUMPY. And then we need to install numXpr, which is just pip install NUMEXPR. Both of these I already have, so you will likely be seeing a different message. NumPy is basically a third-party math library. It contains a lot more functions than the ones we are provided with the math library that comes with Python, and numXpr will be the library that we will have to use in order to evaluate our expressions. And yeah, so we can go ahead and close this out now, and we're going to go ahead and import them in our cog. So I am going to type in from NumPy import all being symbolized by the asterisk. And then I'm going to import numXpr just like normal. And after that, we can replace pass with try, because we will be using a try and accept block. And in here, I'm going to create a variable called answer, and I'm going to set it equal to numexpr dot evaluate expression is going to be passed in the parameters. So this is basically the equivalent to the eval function, although the numexpr.evaluate is a lot safer than just eval on its own, because this function here that I'm using is made specifically for mathematical expressions with NumPy. So that is why we needed both of these to work. But of course, if you prefer the math library that Python comes with, you can also use that as well. But anyways, after that, we can go ahead and just type in await. Whoops, ctx.send. I'm going to do some test strings here. I'm going to input the expression. And yeah, so I'm going to type in expression equals and then answer, just like that. And then for the accept block here, also excuse me for the cough, but anyways, for the accept block here, if there's any errors, whether or not the person passes in a malicious script as an argument, or if their syntax is wrong or their arithmetic is wrong, we're just going to type in await ctx.send error invalid expression. And yeah, so that's basically it for this whole command. It doesn't include a lot at all. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines of code. So it's a pretty simple command. It's actually a lot simpler than the other one we have tried. But anyways, let's go ahead and test this out. Now, of course, you can make this into embeds if you want. However, to save time on my video, I just prefer to do it as a normal message. But anyways, let's go ahead and run our bot, and let's try it out. It's waiting in the console to see if it comes on. Yep, it does. Now we can go to my test server here, and I'm actually going to delete this channel just so I can make a new one that's clear. And yeah, so our bot is online. Now let's go ahead and try the command. So calc, and let's do a simple expression 2 plus 2. And as you can see, it equals 4, and that is what it sends out. Now let's do something a little bit more complex. Let's try calc 4 squared. To square a number, it's just 2 asterisks and then the number 2. To cube a number, it's 4 asterisks, asterisk 3, and etc. So instead of using a caret button, we just use 2 asterisks to symbolize an exponent. So let's go ahead and try this, and we get 16, which you can verify on your calculator if you want. But I'm sure if you're good at math, we all know that 4 squared is in fact 16. Let's try calc 12 squared, which should give us 144, and it in fact does. Now let's try some subtraction. Calc 20 minus 10, and it will give us 10. Now let's see if we can get a negative number. Calc 13 minus 20, and it'll give us negative 7. Now let's try some decimals. So 1.50 or 1.5 plus 2.5 should give us, I think, 4. Yeah, 4. And it does. And the reason why we get 4.0 is because it is a floating point number, since we are dealing with a decimal here. And let's try some multiplication. So 10 times 9, which should be 90. And then let's try calc 90 divided by 9, and it'll give us 10.0. The reason why the 0.0 is at the end is because when dividing with Python, it'll return a floating point number. And yeah, now let's try some functions like sine and cosine. So calc sine, and let's just add in 60 degrees, and we get negative 0.30. Now let's try calc cosine, or actually let's try something else. Let's try calc pi. As you can see, we can use the variables that comes with NumPy because pi is a variable and it gives us 3.14. And the same can be done with base e, or Euler's number. Or I think it's Euler's number, which is 2.718. And yeah, now let's try some math with it. So calc pi times 2 gets 6.28, which by the way is a full circle in radians if you've ever took trigonometry. Let's try calc cosine and then just pi, and it gives us negative 1.0 because I think for NumPy it calculates it in radians. But yeah, so that is it for our command. As you can see, it works as normal. And yeah, just 7 lines of code, guys. It's actually a lot simpler than the video I took down. But anyways, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and tell me in the comments section what you guys would like to see next time. And if you had any problems with your code, or if you just want to hang out with me and almost 400 other people, be sure to join my Discord server. We are growing every single day. And oh yeah, at 1,000 subscribers, guys, I'm going to be doing a face reveal, so be on the lookout for that. Hint, subscribe if you want it to come sooner. But yeah, anyways, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. But I'll cherish every day until you come my